welcome back to Akshata's Recipes. Thank you so much for being here today. So today I'm going to be showing you a very simple banana cake, and this is made with a little bit of ripe bananas and a few other ingredients. So let's start with the recipe and I'll meet you at the end of the recipe. So let's get started. So friends, let's start with this delicious, moist and yummy banana cake which is just made in one pot. So first I've just buttered up my 7x7 cake tin, even the sides. And now I'm just going to put some butter paper. So what I do is I take the butter paper and I just cut off the the sides like this. Just slit up the sides. And then I fold it in this manner so as to get a square. And then you just insert it into the cake tin in this manner. And either you cut off the sides or you can just turn them over in the fashion that I am doing it, like this. And you can prepare your cake tin. So this is the first step. Prepare your cake tin and keep it aside. So now let's get on with making this batter for the lovely banana cake. Super simple and really delicious. So now here I've taken 4 ripe bananas. So what I like to do is when I buy the bananas, I just keep them out for about 2 to 3 days, that is at room temperature, and they become nice and soft like this. Now we don't want to use overripe bananas, but just ripe enough. So I'm using the regular yellow bananas. And then I'm just going to use a nice fork and a firm fork, and I'm just going to mash the bananas roughly. We don't want to make them into a very thin mash. We want to retain some of the pieces of the banana. So just coarsely mash it up. And since they're nice and ripe, they get mashed up really fast and quickly. So now here I have some brown sugar, which is easily available in stores. It's available online. Now I really recommend that you don't skip the brown sugar part and don't use regular sugar. Use brown sugar for this recipe. So I've taken a cup of brown sugar. This really elevates the taste of this dish, this and the clarified butter. It just adds a different dimension and it just is so yummy. So you're going to add this and then you're just going to mix the two of the banana and the brown sugar really well with your fork. Or you can even use a potato masher or a pav bhaji masher, but I like using the fork. It really makes work very easy. And this is a dessert I whip up, it just like if someone is just, craving for some dessert or something sweet, I can make this really quickly. And now I'm just going to use 1 egg. Next goes in 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. And now just mix all of this together really well. And of course, do preheat your oven at this time to 180 degrees Celsius for 10 minutes. Whenever you're baking a cake or you're making, muffins or anything like a pudding, always preheat your oven. What happens is the oven is already nice and hot, so the cake will really rise up well. Now I'm going to add 1/3 cup of milk. This is at room temperature. You can use even chilled milk or hot milk. And now I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of clarified butter or ghee. This is really key to this recipe. It just takes this dish to another level. And now just whisk in everything nicely together so that everything gets evenly, mixed. So I'm using a whisk for this now. And all we have to do is add 1 cup of plain flour or maida. And those are all the ingredients. Now I'm just going to fold in the maida really well with all of the wet ingredients. And now I'm going to pour this into my prepared cake tin. And we're going to bake this in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 25 to 30 minutes. So just keep an eye because every oven is different. So, once you see that the top of it is nice and golden brown, you can just insert a knife and the knife has to come out clean. Let the cake cool for about 10 minutes before you cut it up into, squares like this, like I'm doing here. And this cake, oh my god, my whole kitchen is, it has this beautiful aroma of this banana cake, and it's really moist and delicious. And it makes a great after meal dessert. Or even if you have surprise guests coming over, you can just whip this up and enjoy. So wasn't that a real easy recipe, and didn't it look really delicious? So the key points for this is that you use ripe bananas. So if you keep your bananas out for about 2 or 3 days, we don't want them to be very mushy and overripe till they become black on the outside, but just a little bit ripe. You have to use brown sugar for this recipe, then only you get that authentic taste. And I'm going to be using clarified butter or ghee. I don't like to use butter for this recipe because ghee has its own lovely flavor. So stick to the ingredients, stick to the quantity, and your cake is going to come out amazing. So do try out this recipe. Now the prep time for this recipe is about 15 minutes till you get all your ingredients together. The cooking time is about 25 to 30 minutes depending upon your oven. And once it becomes nice and dark golden brown on the top, your cake is ready. Just insert a knife and it has to come out clean. And let it cool for about 10 minutes before you cut into it and enjoy. So if you like this recipe, then don't forget to give this recipe a big thumbs up by clicking on the thumbs up icon. Also do leave your comments. I reply to almost everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, go and check out. I have more than 3,000 recipes on my channel, so go and check them out. And keep watching Akshata's recipes. So till I meet you again in my next recipe, be kind to one another and take care of yourself. And I'll see you soon. Bye.